Okay, the next slide we talk about how to accommodate the erosion. Okay, the erosion, if we want to afford to stabilize a coastal, we divide into three ways. The first one is hard stabilization. In this way, we use the engineering structure to protect the shoreline from the waves. The second one is soft stabilization. It, this means the beach nourishment when the human is adding the sand into the coastline to stabilize from the erosion it happened. And the last one is manage the retreat. It means like we should living with the beach erosion with perhaps a mixture of hard and soft stabilization. The first one is hard stabilization. Is in this way we can use the four ways to make a structure to to effort and stabilize the the shoreline. The first one is seawalls. Seawalls are structures that construct a parallel to the coastline to help the return erosion. The second one is groins. Groins are linear structures placed perpendicular to the shore, usually in groups called is groin fields. We can see in the top of the picture, in this picture is the groin structure. Number three is breakwaters. Breakwaters are designed to intercept waves and provide a protect area or like a harbor for the boat mooring. And it can may be attached to or separated from the beach. And the last one is jetties. Jetties are often the constructor in pairs at the mouth of the river or inlet to a lagoon, estuary, or bay to demand the erosion from the wave. And next one is soft stabilization. The way of soft stabilization is give an example in Miami. It happens. This is the cross-sectional design to project south the white berm and frontal dune system, which is a line of sand dunes just above the high tide line that functions as a buffer to wave erosion and storm surge. So the population in the coastal will adding the sand into a coastal to make the shoreline is going to the sea. But the important issue when we use the beach neutralization is we should finding the sand that compatible with the site of the coastal. Second one is how the nourishment will be paid for. And the last one is possible disruption of beach ecosystem must be carefully evaluated prior to any nourishment project. But when it happen when the government do the beach nourishment, it like small error. And the last one is coastal hazard. Many coastal hazard that happen like sea level rise, tidal flood or something. But in this focus, we just learn about tsunami, tropical cyclones, track currents, and coastal erosion because it affected the human in the coastal. First one is coastal erosion. Coastal erosion will become a problem when people build structure in the coastal erosion become damaged and get crushed. The coastal zone is an area where the natural process associated with the wave moving with the wave and moving of sediments occur. And the second one is tsunamis. Tsunamis are produced by the sudden vertical displacement of ocean water. Tsunamis can be triggered by several types of events, like large earthquakes in the seafloor, landslide in the seafloor, underwater landslide, and it can volcano activity, the trigger to make a tsunami. Third one is rip currents. Rip currents is a series of large waves to arise when the water tends to pile up and onto the shore. then the upcoming wave is not coming back again to the beach. So it can happens to human and damage into human. And the last one is tropical cyclone. Tropical cyclone. If it happens from the Pacific, it can say tropical cyclone. And when it can happen from Atlantic, we can it hurricane. And hurricanes begins as a tropical disturbance, which are large area of unsettled weather with a diameter like 600 kilometers. It organized mass of a thunderstorm with a general low pressure in which there is initial rotation caused by the movement of the storm and rotation of the earth. If it happened in the northern, it will be clockwise, and if it in the northern is wise, and in south is counterclockwise. Okay, this is the research we use to make this PPT, and thank you.